What's going on, guys? Haven't made a video in 1 month. Just tapping in. Let's just talk. Let's see what's going on. Today's video is really going to be about how I'm getting to a place where, so I don't make excuses, but that doesn't even sound right. So I make excuses for why I don't try and do things. So for example, I'll say, I don't think I need to write this book or make this movie because I'm focused on learning knowledge to tell others, moving forward, society, revolutionary shit. And I don't think, this is going to sound like defeatist, but it's not. I think I'm just coming to a reality where it's like, I see what people want. People want something performative. They want the dance. They'd rather have the revolution in dancing, in music, before there's actual action taking place, right? I see it all the time in any discussion I have with people. It's like they're like, oh man, that TED Talk was great. It's like the TED Talk, the performative TED, like everything is performative, Like I think of concerts where they're like, we need to. It's like that's the protest now is the concert. The protest now is and that's how we get away with it. Or everybody gets away with it, and it's so funny. Nobody wants the responsibility of doing the thing, right? They want to criticize the thing, and that's where it's at. We are stuck, and it's coming more and more clear that. And the thing is, don't get me wrong, like, obviously I've known this, but now it's, like, really set in the reality of, like, Brandon, can you really be a revolutionary for real? And it's, like, probably not, because everybody's going to spend so much more time critiquing the ideas than actually just implementing them and seeing if they work, right? Like, for example, we don't want the responsibility. So when an artist says something, this is how it works, right? So artists have the responsibility for like pushing the culture forward, right? Same with movies, apparently, right? Like all entertain, and that's why our mentality is so backwards. We have the reality, or the artist, the movie, whatever it is, pushes the message. Then the people who fake really want to do it will just be like, well, they should have said this, or they should have done this, they should have done that. And it's like, well, what are you doing? You're critiquing the movement that they're trying to start, and then it doesn't get anywhere. And that's all we're in, is just nonstop critiquing. Nothing can get ahead. That's why the feminism is so weird, right? Because, that's like the one movement I can think of right now. Same with Black Lives Matter movement. Those are two movements where it's like there's still, there's so much criticism behind on what we need to do. What's the ideal black person? What's the ideal feminist? And it's like, well, we don't know, because we keep critiquing anybody who says anything wrong that we don't like. We'll never like, oh, we like that, let's work off of that. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm at this point now where I'm like, wow, I don't want to be performative. But I guess if I have to, I should really write this book. I should really write this script. I should really do this movie, and there's no excuses, because at the end of the day, like, am I going to sit here waiting for people to understand what I'm saying and what I'm talking about? Because at the end of the day, people are, I say it all the time, people are scared. I have a teacher actually, just right now. She's like, do y'all really want to be a revolutionary? She's like, when they're coming and you got to give up everything and you that fear of death is coming. She's like, I'd rather move to another country and critique the movement. And I said, that's everybody realistically. She basically was like, she said exactly what the truth is. Nobody really wants to do the movement, we're allowed to take pauses. We don't need to, like, if it's your ADHD kicking in, like, let's take a deep breath. Let's digest what I'm saying. I'm saying everything's performative. Let's go from there, right? So what does that mean for you? Like, what does that mean for you? And that's when I realized why, like, a lot of the shows and a lot of the movies I like, I know I talk about this with my friend, like, the stuff I like isn't performative. The hard truth is stuck in, at the end, the hard truth is inevitable. And then what happens? I see people saying, I didn't like that. And it's like, why didn't you like that? Because you don't like the hard truth, you know? And that's why I keep making those emotional maturity videos, because it all goes full circle. Because if you can understand the harsh truth about yourself, if everything is yourself, nothing is more important than knowing yourself. Because if you know yourself, then you know what to do. And then if everybody knew who they truly were and knew how themselves, there would be no conflict, there would be no anything, there would be no nothing. That's why that's another reason why we're going deep. So hold the fuck on. I haven't made a video in a month, so you can sit there and relax and listen to me talk. I haven't made a video in a month, so if it's a little longer, it's okay. So let's build off of the performative thing, right? Let's go deeper into why it's performative. And this is what I'm telling you, this is all going to build somewhere. It's all performative because people don't know themselves, right? So they want to see an expression of a feeling that resonates with them, because they'd rather not go to the truth of why they're feeling the way. They need some resonate, like the dance. It brought a feeling out of me, but the dance is saying this. You're missing the meaning, and that's what people want. That's why the dance has to come, right? That's why the movie has to come. It's like, hey, I told you straight up. Like, I'm just saying hypothetically. I'm saying, for, let's say, a ballet or something, the dance could be about women being oppressed. And it's like, I like that. That feeling the dance gave me a feeling of women being oppressed without them saying it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to actually, like, feel that. I just want to, like, look at it and be at distance from me. That's where we're at as a society. People want stuff to be distance from them. They don't want it too close to themselves because, like I said, at the end of the day, they don't want to know themselves. That's why the whole notion of we can't have a perfect society. We can't have work. You know that rhetoric, right? Like, we all, the society, we have to work. There's no way that we won't be able to work. That's rhetoric from the very, very top, saying these people, and what it really breaks down to is these people don't know themselves. And since they are constantly looking to fill a void, if they don't have a void to fill, it will lead to chaos. But since you are not actively filling the void by knowing yourself, learning who you are, you need these outlets. You need all these outlets. Don't get me wrong. I play games, but I don't play games to fill, like, some type of void. Man, I can sit and lay in the bed with my girl for 12 hours and be perfectly fine. We don't even have to watch nothing. We can just sit there. My void is fixed. But obviously there's still idle time. There's board time, but that's nothing inherently bad. But they're saying if you don't know yourself, chaos will ensue. So the first step to real revolution is knowing yourself. Knowing who you are. And then once you get to that place, there's this level of calmness, that there's this rationale that can be reached, right? When you reach this level, because when you don't reach that level, you notice it within people. They have such a hard time digesting anything other than what they're already hard programmed to believe. I say, hey, yeah, but do you know why this could occur? Or do you know why I'm saying that? And they're like instantly defensive. Oh my God, they're rebuttaling me. Hey, I'm just having a conversation. My voice didn't even get loud. I didn't even raise above. We're just having a conversation. People don't even know how to have a conversation, because everyone walks into any conversation, anything with already set beliefs, hard beliefs that are just locked in. And if you challenge them, you're the bad person. And that's where we're also at. We have people who are hard set on beliefs that aren't even based on anything except emotion, because it's unresolved knowing about themselves. So they need this extension of themselves on nothing. So it's like, I need to hold on to these things because they make me who I am, but I don't even know if I lost those things, what does that really mean? There's nothing I can hold on to. At the end of the day, I still have me, and I always will have me. That's what I think people don't understand. People make everything their identity. Every little thing is their identity. I hope what I'm saying is making sense, because I feel like I'm dropping bars, and I just think I'm just saying that, a lot of people are just so then this is what also go building off of identity. You have all these conspiracy theorists, doom people, spiritualist people, and don't get me wrong, I agree with a lot of the stuff they're saying, but they make it their identity because they don't want to focus on real life. It also goes back. Conspiracy theories, man, listen, I know every single, that's not even cocky. I know every single conspiracy. I know all the spiritual, I know every single take about every single thing. Been in this game forever. And I can still separate myself and be like, I don't align with that. I don't align with this. I don't align with that. Because I'm me at the end of the day. I'm just a regular human being. I am an observer of this reality. All I want to do is observe. But if I have to insert myself, if you have to insert yourself into anything, you have to 100% already have knowing of everything around you and yourself before you can just insert yourself into a situation. Prime example, if two people are having an argument that you need to understand both sides of the argument and be neutral and say, hey, what he's actually trying to say, because I know he's angry right now, what he's really trying to say is this, and what you're really trying to say is this. And it came out wrong, but you guys are saying the same thing, right? That's the same thing with being an observer or any type of political person. Whatever your beliefs are, political, spiritual, religion, it's all the same. It's just one thing. So I think it's time, I hope this is motivational for some people that, whatever you're going through, whatever you think you want to do, whatever's holding you back, just do it. Because at the end of the day, it's not, and I'm not saying the cliche like, oh, no. I'm just, you're going to think about what everybody else is thinking of you. If you're thinking about what everybody else is thinking of you before you do the thing, then you're not going to ever do the thing. Those people don't impact your life in any way, shape, or form. And that wasn't my reason for not writing the book. Like I said, I didn't want to write the book or the movie because I was just, I want to go save the world, right? Who doesn't want to save the world? Superhero shit. But at the end of the day, I realized I can save the world in my own way. If it's a movie or if it's a book that saves some individuals, that is a win. That is a win. If I have conversation with several different people and I break through with them, and if individuals who watch my YouTube like me, that's a win. I'm not in the business to be liked. I'm in the business to spread truth, awareness about oneself. And if it comes off a certain way, that's not me, that's you. Like I said, everything is self-judgment, everything is self-hate, everything is you. Any judgment, any feelings you feel towards another person is just a reflection of yourself. And everything in this life is just a reflection of yourself. So I just think if you were hesitant on anything, just do it. Because no one's living the experience that you're living. And all these people are superficial. So if you feel like you're doing something real, do it. Because in the end, real recognize real. Real recognize game. Game recognize game. You know what I mean? Like, real individuals recognize me as a real ass individual. That's why I hate when people talk about, like, oh, people who say they're real ain't real. Bro, listen. I can say it because it's for real, for real. People, I've never, every single person that's ever met me would be like, yo, I'm around my girl, anybody, everybody that's, you can see it through you can feel it through the YouTube. This ain't no game. This ain't for show. That's what my girl said. She's like, you lack professionalism because you can't turn that on. My professionalism is, yo, all that persona you're putting up, knock that off and come down to my level. And then what happens is I see it when I'm interacting with people. They get upset that they're taking their mask off to interact with me. They're like, damn, how did he get me to take my mask off to interact with him? And I go, because we ain't playing that game around these parts. On this dimension, on this realm, we ain't doing that. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm being myself. I don't do that. I'm not hitting you with no surprise attacks. I got a mask on, and 3 months later, you're like, dude, it's totally different. No, we ain't doing that. So I'm just saying, man, please, because, at the end of the day, you don't want to rewatch your life back, right? You don't want to rewatch your life back and be like, damn, I didn't do nothing. I don't know, I just had that, it's not mortality, it's more of like a, it's more of like a, and it's weird. It's not an ego thing. It's not a making an impact on anybody thing. It was just a straight, I think what I can offer would be important to individuals, not in an egotistical way. Just, I think I can offer something. I think I can bring something to the table, and that's what I want to do. And it'd be a hindrance. It'd be upsetting to myself if I didn't bring that to other people. That could sound egotistical, but it's not. Just like if you have knowledge and you don't share it, you're only hurting that other individual. If you knew that they were about to do something that's bad and you don't say anything, at least say your two-piece. Even if they're not going to listen, at least say it so that they know it's somewhere in them. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. I don't think I have anything else left to say. I'm good. I just think, we got a lot of this whole society is so fake and performance based, and people don't know themselves, so they cling to the performance, they cling to this unknowingness to overall make an identity for themselves. But if you're clinging to stuff that you don't understand and it doesn't make sense to you, then you're ultimately not a real person anyway. So I know that was a long-winded way to say that, but I feel like it makes sense when I break it down in context of why people are holding on to everything and why they are the way they are, why they truly don't want things, why they truly aren't really down for any cause they say they are. It's all for performance base. All right. Be good. Love y'all. See you maybe next month.